Hello, I am Shireen Khan, and welcome to Talent in Talks, the Talent Mindset Dialogue series, a platform where we bring the evolving world of work to the forefront. This exclusive series, presented by the Economic Times in collaboration with LinkedIn, is your gateway to insightful industry dialogues and fireside chats with visionary leaders shaping the future of talent management. The rapid pace of the tech evolution has transformed the workplace, pushing organizations to rethink and reinvent how they operate. Routine processes have given way to innovative strategies, making agility and adaptability not just desirable traits, but essential foundations of modern work culture. Gone are the days when managing talent was a straightforward administrative function. Today, it's a sophisticated, data driven approach that involves juggling multi generational workforce expectations, predicting attrition, identifying future leaders, and fostering skill development to meet the demands of tomorrow. As companies gear up to create future ready workforces, the focus is now shifting from traditional job roles to dynamic skill sets. Success is no longer defined by a title. It is about the unique skills and value that an individual brings to the table. In this journey of transformation, talent is more than just a resource. Now it has become a strategic conversation starter, a catalyst for growth, and the backbone of resilient organizations. In this session, we're joined by two incredible leaders who are at the forefront of this transformation. I would just like to welcome to this conversation Mr. Sanjay Soni, GM Tech, Nazara Technologies Limited. Hello, Sanjay.
Hey, hello. Hi, everyone.
And I'd also like to welcome Varun Mathur, Regional Head of West India, LinkedIn Talent Solutions. Hi, Varun. Thank
Question.
you for joining us today. It is a pleasure to have you both with us. And with that, I now hand it over to you, Varun, to take us through the discussion.
Perfect. Thank you. No, absolute pleasure to be doing this with you, Sanjay. Look forward to our conversation. Like I said, super curious and interested in the gaming industry and having the opportunity to talk with you on behalf of Nazara, which is again the largest gaming company in India. And just getting a sense, gaming has its own talent-related challenges and opportunities, and it's such a focus industry for the future. Would love to know maybe from you first up, like keeping the innovation that's happening in the industry, keeping the kind of talent in the industry. What does a talent mindset mean for a gaming company like Nazara Technologies, and how is it kind of driving innovation through your organization?
Yeah, this has always been there. So talent mindset, it's not just acquiring right talent for the company. It's like a culture. For us, uh, finding out the right talent has been always easy. I see, considering gaming attracts a lot of talent naturally. Right? If you are a gamer, you definitely want to work and show your passion and show your skill to the industry, right? So it's like we seeking talent really finds us automatically. That's happening most of the time.
Mhm.
uh, but the mindset, right, it's so when you start working, right, an organization, there's a culture, there's an environment, right, where we feel that you require a perfect mindset, apart from the talent you have, to really see where you're going, what you are going to add value to the company. Eventually, this is a public limited company or any other gaming company has value creation as the primary goal, right? What value add we are doing to the industry, to our clients, our customers, right? Now, that requires a very different mindset. And that culture we try to incubate, we try to instill in our employees every now and then. We have regular sessions. So it's a
Mhm.
little different from other industry, I'll say, because other industry tries to find out mindset driven people directly. We
Yeah.
get a lot of people who are gamers, who are really want to make something what they love. Okay, so passion
Mhm.
is there. Like we don't have passion problem at all, right?
Correct.
We don't have portfolio problem at all. People come up with their work. Right? These are
Mhm.
the two things what we look at when we are seeking talent, right? What is your portfolio? How
Mhm.
much you have added value to your CV and what you have created. Second, how
Mhm.
much you are passionate, right?
Mhm.
Like, will you go on and on, even though there are failures, the journey is very difficult. If your passion is high, you will still be there. Now, but these two things, we get it.
Mhm.
The mindset, right? Which is like, how do we ensure that you are right fit? and you
Mm.
continue in the same state when you joined your day one, day zero, right? How is day 30, day 90, your day 180, day 20 years are same. Like
Mm.
that's what the culture we try to build in that
Yeah, I
Nazara.
love that. Yeah, I think passion's a big thing in the gaming industry. And again, there's so much failure before you actually launch that successful game. But and I clearly get that sense from you. But out of curiosity, so Nazara, like you mentioned, is such a complex, structured organization with so many different sub entities and stuff like that, right? You have so many different group companies that you're working with. How do you actually consistently communicate what talent mindset looks like? Gaming in itself is such a dynamic industry with so many skills, with such passionate people. So, how do you make sure leadership and broader teams across your group companies have a similar mindset to talent or approach to talent?
Yeah, it's difficult, but this is what we do. So as sitting at Nazara, like and with multiple companies together, like we call ourselves as a group, right? And every company is a Friends of Nazara network. Right? So,
Mm.
uh, and then we get involved in their process every day because they really want us to add value, to be there as a part of their team process.
Mm.
So to build this culture again and again, what we keep on doing practices, we keep on doing sessions with them. To my extent, like I sometimes jump up in the Scrum calls, even to individual contributor team, like 3, 4 people working on a project, right? Uh, if they can actually see me as a surprise visit, as like, okay, so he's also there on the call, right?
Correct.
And we do that, and we do that regularly, and not just me. Every leader in our company has that habit of
Mm.
going and actually working on the root problem and understanding, standing just next to the individual contributor, saying that, hey, you're working on this, I'm along with you. Let's see how it works, right?
Yeah.
Plus, gaming is dynamic, right? So things comes up to us. There's a lot of surprise, and we love throwing people directly under the problem, saying that if, and you will see that like we do this from day zero, like even before you have joined, we just create the situation in front of the candidate, saying that, hey, this is the problem and
Correct.
you'll have to solve. But then we are there along with them, right? We stand together, we keep that person along with us, so
Correct.
that they are actually prepared for what is coming in the dynamic industry. uh,
Correct.
and that's how this culture is being growing day by day.
They were-
We are happy to see the results, that the way things have come out.
Mm.
It's really good for Nazara. People are themselves as I'll call it as everybody is an entrepreneur in themselves, right? We
Correct.
don't have like employees culture. It's a
Yeah.
entrepreneur culture.
Lovely. No, I know, and you were speaking about your entrepreneurship journey as well. So I know that I can see that evident from our conversation as well. Out of curiosity, we were speaking about, like, again, Nazara has got so many different types of games and so many diverse gaming segments and media segments that you're in. You spoke about the different sections of teams, like, for example, there's the quality teams, the engineering teams, the design teams. Um, with so much diversity of talent within the gaming industry itself that you're looking to, how are you addressing the challenge of, let's say, sourcing or nurturing talent, both in an India and a global context? And maybe some role that data or insights is playing on that front.
Sure, definitely. So the second point, data definitely plays a big role nowadays. But sourcing has been, as I told you, it has been little easier for us when it came to gaming. If we are looking at individual gaming products, so Nazara acquires these companies who are already successful, right? We are a late stage investor, strategic investor, right? So we do have a fan base, we do have a company already present. Now,
Mm.
the brand is already built, right? So, for example, cricket franchise, the WCC, right? People in
Correct.
India knows WCC very well, and
Correct.
there are many players who are into this domain of programming or art or QA, and they love to. They keep on interacting with us on social media channels, like, can we work with you? Can I add value to it? Because I have some great idea. Can you make this game like this, right?
Mm.
And sometimes we get so much great feedback from this our users.
Mm.
We like welcome them. Ki, why don't you join us? And you have such a great design idea, and you are not just a player. You are adding value. So
Mm.
that way, we have been lucky to get our audiences become a part of our QA team first. Once we identify, okay, they can test out the game nicely, they can find out bugs, and they also have extra skill set of design or programming. We give them opportunity. right? So that way, it for every company, they have been like real good examples like that.
Mm.
Plus, definitely, government of India is supporting now on gaming side and all, and everybody is looking at gaming as a field, right? Earlier, at our times when I started to join, my family used to ask, "Is there something called as gaming business, right?" So, why are you playing so many games? Like everybody has that same problem, right? There's no career in gaming. Why do you want to spoil your life?
Correct.
But it's not the case anymore now, right? Even in our Independence Day speech, Prime Minister itself himself have mentioned that like gaming is very big, and he really wants to see India on the forefront of gaming. Although like we are going there ahead, but now with
Right.
this post, I see that where we are going, like we are going at a very rapid pace now. So
Yes.
so sourcing is easy. Nurturing definitely it takes time. It takes practice.
Mm.
Because entering is now easy, but
Mm.
when you are inside, it's not just playing, right?
Yes.
You are inside, you have to do all that hard work every single day. You are thrown up with the challenges.
Correct.
So we do have some structured way, but we still keep it as a gamified learning, as in like you are playing a game, right? You need game masters.
Yes.
So we create game masters here. We mentor, we coach, so that they become coach and they mentor the juniors, right?
Mm.
So these are so let's say this is a gaming guild, right?
Yeah.
And you need some guild masters,
Yes.
your key leaders. Now
Correct.
make sure whatever power ups, whatever updates all these people need, they will keep
Correct.
filling the perfect power ups and let this individual guys explore new territories in this adventurous game. So you can call our company as a big massive
Correct.
arena, and we have guild masters. I am one
Yeah.
of the masters, and we try to find out which section to explore, what is the new initiative, new territory, and
Correct.
we play a good game. Yeah, that's
I
it.
love that. So you're running the organization like the games that you create, like, and every manager is a guild master. No, I love that, and you've spoken constantly about not only like sourcing and nurturing, but how Nazara's brand of attracting talent, being one of the largest gaming companies in India and being the only publicly listed gaming company in India, has played a big part in helping you source that talent. Uh, while I know there is a lot of information around Nazara out there, do you proactively go out and communicate like your employer value proposition or positioning, what kind of employer you are to this talent pool? Because we know it is a competitive talent pool. So are you doing anything where leaders or as an organization you're putting out your employer value proposition or why you're a great place to work?
Yeah, at Nazara, like being the only public listed gaming company in India, we definitely have get the brand value of like of the company, and we have so much companies under our belt. So it really looks attractive. So creating a brand value or value proposition is easier. We take part in all the conferences. That's
Mm.
the best way for us to show that we care for the talent. We
Mm.
are here, right? We can help you. So India has this event called Indian Game Developer Conference, which happens in November every year, right? And Nazara has always been like I think from the day I know, like have always been a participant and now a big time sponsor
Mm.
for all these events. We also participate in GD uh,
Mm.
as like we have both, and we do sponsorship, we do some events. Uh,
Correct.
so that way we actually put ourselves in front of all the communities saying that hey, this is what we are doing, this is what the fund we have created for all the new entrants, right? If
Mm.
you want to join us, most welcome. If you have some game ideas, you need
Mm.
some support, we are here, right, as your publishing partner or as your investor, right? So that way our value goes out to the audience, right, audience. uh, Plus, we do partner with government of India, like in Telangana government and wherever we get opportunity uh,
Mm.
to build this gaming ecosystem, like to build
Yeah.
the value of the entire industry high, right?
Mm.
And we are always at the forefront, trying to. Even today, I heard from my CEO that we have written back to PMO saying
Mm.
how whatever he said in the speech, how actually he can execute, what are the ideas, right? We write to
Mm.
them. We really want to create some value, uh, which is big enough for the government of India, for the Indian population,
Mm.
and want to reach at the top stage, right? India is not just one another country in gaming, but it
Mm.
is the country in gaming.
Mm. No, and I love how much you are at the forefront of not only like the talent pool, but even just creating the sector. And there's an overlap in between your customers as well as your talent pool, with a lot of gamers coming into these companies out of passion, like you said as well. And I know Nazara is doing a lot to support development of this, not only from a gamer's perspective, but also from game developers' perspective. I believe you're also opening some academies to promote uh, some of this as well, if I'm correct.
So we do have funds. So we
Yeah.
are in talks definitely.
Yeah.
But like you mentioned about Zerodha's
Yes.
that you saw, right? We are
Yeah.
part
The WTF. Yeah.
to create a fund, and we are trying to invest in startups as well. Earlier, our
A lot of startup investment.
strategic, once we see that the company has a good user base, good financial, like finance was the only metric that we used to see earlier. Okay,
Yeah.
like saying the revenue, the EBITDA, everything looks nice. This is a great company to invest. Things
Yeah.
have changed. Uh,
Mm.
we definitely look at the talent globally. Like now, if we are acquiring a company, we also look what is the value at that company's team will
Mm.
be doing as a group level. Right.
Mm.
So since we'll be working now with them closely, they
Mm.
are a part of our global team. Right. So that way, it's mutually good for us, for good for them because they get more exposure. It's much easier for us.
Lovely. I think last question from my side, Sandeep, is also from an AI perspective. I know we spoke about this late earlier, Sanjay, that AI is also reshaping the way game development is happening and user experience is shifting and the look at business metrics and monetization is changing, right? So how are you looking at upskilling your workforce or looking at kind of talent being ready for some of these shifts that are coming in? What kind of impact do you think they'll drive in the workforce growth for your organizations?
Wow. So yeah, so AI is everywhere. Like I
Mm.
saw LinkedIn's AI, and I saw how it is shaping the job posting, and it's really great. Gaming industry is like very dynamic, and it's the easiest platform where all the experimentation can be done, right? And I believe we were the first to get into AI and do all the experiments. Even Google,
Correct.
Apple, they try to lure our industry first because it's a playground for them. Uh,
Yes.
so, and we do our ahead. Like we have started our AI initiative. I remember the day after I joined, like 1 or 2 days later, we had this AI squad meeting. Right, we wanted to form a squad. So at
Mm.
Nazara, definitely we now handle it very seriously because we see there's a lot of potential with AI, especially player experiences can be optimized, can be made much better. Like we always struggled when we wanted to make a game which can cater to everybody, right? So
Mm.
it's very difficult, right? If I satisfy an audience of, let's say, 35 plus, all my kids go away. They don't like because all the features are catered towards 35 plus, right?
Mm.
You cannot have one shoe size fit all situation. Now, now for that, I think we have AI power, right? We can
Mm.
actually personalize a completely different gameplay experience to as an audience which is 35 plus versus an audience which is 15 under 15, right? For kids, we have the same game can cater to that. Now that sense has to be also in the team, right? Now we have a talent and we are sourcing the talent, we are building them. If you're not using AI here for their production efficiency, it's like halfway AI, what we'll call. So
Mm.
player experiences, we have used AI nicely.
Yes.
Now we are actually putting all the AI for our production efficiencies. And how can
Production.
I actually make my employees deliver much faster?
Mm.
And it's happening. We do see. So QA was the easiest approach for us. So QA team, and it's a massive team everywhere in our company.
Yes.
And like at least half of the strength in every company is
Mm.
comprises of my testers, right? Uh,
Correct.
and even like I'm playing a big role in testing. I actually test everything whenever it's going to release. I definitely want to make sure what my audience is going to see, right?
Mm.
But now that role and that my time is being saved much better by an AI tool.
Mm.
So AI
Do
definitely
you
is
feel
coming.
your teams are upskilled enough, and or how are you investing in them, enabling them to use some of these solutions to drive these outcomes?
Yeah, it is challenging. So we see tons of tools coming up every week now and then, and every company has a different use case for AI. Uh,
Correct.
so for example, right. cricket team have a very they want to create stadiums, they want to create players. Like if you put a character of a cricket player, they really want to have a photo of a cricket player, and AI should convert it into a full 3D player, right? The use case is very different than a narrative game like Fusebox, what we have. They have a very different use case for creating stories, creating good dramatic stories with the help of AI. And there have been tools which have been kind of a success, 50-60% success, wherein we see efficiency increasing. But
Mm.
it's still very far. I'll call it like there's no tool
Right.
which will give me 100% of automation.
Right.
We have found out our best niche, like, okay, 60-70% from this tool we get.
Good
Few
point.
tools we build internally. We have data scientists. We have big data scientist team now.
Yes.
Data engineers are there. Because gaming collects so much data, right? You have the power. I
Right.
feel like if I combine all my company's data, it will be more than 1 billion events a single day, which we
Mm.
get. Now we have
Mm.
insights, we have power to use this data to make decisions and personalize the content.
Mm.
Uh, and just now, so same way we are personalizing the talent here.
Mm.
I Earlier I used to make Excel sheets saying that hey, this talent, he's like strong in this points, weak in this points. All those sheets
Right.
I used to create.
Right.
Now we have linked data, our collaboration tool, our communication tool with AI.
Yes.
It is helping me to save my all those Excel sheet times, and now I get a summary saying that hey, this is my weak point and this is the strongest point in my team, right?
Mm.
There's a skill gap. So I believe every company is now using AI to some
Adopting.
extent.
No, you're absolutely right. Every company is adopting it at different stages, and I can see gaming industry, like you said, is the playground for most technology and technology adoption. So I'm sure you guys are at the forefront of it. If even 50-60% of it is getting adopted, that's a significant leap. Having said that, thank you so much, Sanjay. Lovely conversation. I know Nazara is doing so many cool things in the gaming space. Frankly, learned a lot. What came across really consistently is the passion in the industry, gaming, and like I said, the passion of not only making India a big market for gaming as an industry, but a big developer. And Nazara is going to be at the forefront of it in both developing and hiring and employing a lot of the talent and engaging with most of these customers. So all the best and thank you so much.
Thank you, Varun. And it was indeed a wonderful conversation. And as you mentioned, like I really enjoyed it, right? So I do see you are going to stand. I've definitely watched some of your shows.
Thank you so much. Yes, hopefully we have one of those as well. But yeah, I look forward to partnering with you as well. I know that there's value we can bring, and I know our conversations are going on, so we'll build on it. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Varun.
Shall go back to you?
Thank you, Sanjay and Varun, for such a wonderful conversation. I was having a great time listening in, and the discussion around the dynamic world of gaming in India and fostering that talent mindset within that dynamic landscape is going to stay with us. And so will the points you made about the importance of highlighting your unique EVP even after being at the top, and lastly, moving from Excel sheets to AI, which I think a lot of us are doing these days. So, as we conclude, one thing is evident that the future of work is evolving at a breakneck pace, and talent remains the cornerstone of organizational success. In a world where skills are the new currency, companies that prioritize adaptability, innovation, and meaningful investment in their people will lead the way. As organizations navigate this tech driven, ever changing world of work, it's clear that fostering a strong talent mindset isn't just beneficial, it's imperative for staying competitive. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on Talent in Talks, and here's to shaping a more adaptable, innovative, and inclusive future together.